Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we are going to cover social group work, where we are going to do functions of social group work, group structure and types of group. This channel will help you with UGC NET paper 1 and paper 2 social work, and it is presented by Hiteshi Arora. I've already made one video on social group work where we have done the meaning, definition and characteristics of social group work, the link of which will be in the description below. Now, functions of group work. Group work mainly sees the situation and needs of all the individuals and try to solve the problem of the individuals. For every individual, the group is the main source of strength and renders everybody helping hand. A group fulfill the social desires and needs of each individual in the group. It's a helping process with dual purpose of individual and group growth. The function of group work is always for the betterment of individual as well as for the growth of the entire group. The group worker is a main person who by his or her better knowledge try to make the group better. Next is group structure. When a group comes together for them the first time and begin to interact, various differences between the members begin to appear. Differences in status, influence, role, ability and so on. The pattern of relationship that is established is known as the group structure. The three important elements of group structure are role, norms and network of connection among the members. So what is roles and norms? Norms gradually develop over time as members align their action with those displayed by others. Since norms are transmitted to other group members, they tend to be consensual, implicit, self-generating and stable. Roles. Roles specify the type of behavior expected of the individual who occupy a particular position within the group. Now, types of groups. All of us are simultaneously members of various types of group. We are members of family, members of friendship group, member of work organization, member of fan club or a religious group. Sociologists have attempted to classify, or we can say differentiate, various types of groups as follows. Number 1 is voluntary and involuntary group. Voluntary groups are those we can join through our own choice and effort. We may join a political party or a particular occupation. In contrast, involuntary groups are those that are forced to join or those that we are automatically member of without the choice. For example, everyone is without a choice automatically a member of sex, age or racial groups. Now, open and closed groups. An open group is one in which virtually anyone can become a part. For example, all can join the Hrithik Roshan fan club. A closed group, however, is much more difficult to join. Some exclusive clubs restrict membership so that all cannot join. Only a few elite manages to get the membership of such clubs. Next is vertical and horizontal groups. A vertical group consists of members from all walks of life, while a horizontal group consists predominantly of the members from one social class. Occupational group of doctors or electricians, for instance, are composed largely of members from the same social class. On the other hand, religious groups may have members from all the classes. Next is primary and secondary groups. Primary groups is one where members develop close personal, intimate and enduring relationship. Family, neighborhoods and work association are the example of such groups. Members know one another very well, greatly influence each other and feel closely related. On the other hand, in secondary groups, individuals act towards one another in rather impersonal, superficial and utilitarian way or manner. Next is natural and formed groups. Natural groups consist of members who come together in a spontaneous fashion on basis of naturally occurring event, interpersonal attraction, or mutually perceived needs of the members. Family, peer groups, street gangs are the example of natural groups. On the other hand, formed group consists of members who come together through some outside influence or intervention. These are groups that are formed for a particular purpose. Therapy groups, encounter groups, committees, or teams are the example of formed groups. The type of group that we discussed last, that is formed group, is of great interest to group workers, as the group that we come across in the group work predominantly belong to this type, that is formed groups. That's all for this video, and if you find it of some value, please like and subscribe and press the bell icon so you get the update. Thank you so much.